Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 5 reasons why I think the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra crushes the iPhone 12 Pro or the Pro Max. So let's dive in and get started right away. Let's start with reason number 1. Now before I dive in, I do want to let you know that I am using an iPhone 12 Pro right over here, but the same exact reasons also apply to iPhone 12 Pro Max. The iPhone 12 Pro and the Pro Max are quite similar, except that the Pro Max is slightly larger and has some minor camera enhancements. But beyond that, they're 95% the same phone. So anyway, let's dive in and get started. Here is reason number 1. Alright, so if I go to my settings, let's go to settings right over here. I'm going to go over to my display, and if I go to motion smoothness, I can actually switch between 120 Hz and a 60 Hz refresh rate on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. With the iPhone, if I go to my display, it's the same fixed 60 Hz refresh rate. So basically the benefit that you get with the 120 Hz refresh rate is the fact that the phone simply is going to feel much smoother as you interact with the phone. So as I go back and forth between screens or up and down, it simply feels much smoother with 120 Hz. And the funny thing is, even though the iPhone has some amazingly smooth animations and a consistent experience, when you swipe back and forth, because you just went from 120 to 60 Hz refresh rate, you can in fact feel a slight choppiness, a little bit of a lag over here, okay? So that 120 Hz certainly makes this phone much more desirable from the perspective of being smooth and feeling fast. Now the other thing in relation to the display is simply the overall design of these smartphones. If you look at the frontal display design, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra feels much more modernized. You have nice and thin bezels. You have a small hole cut out on the top on the S20 Ultra. Yet with the iPhone, it looks like a phone from prehistoric ages. You have a huge notch on the top, and the bezels, even though they're nice and cool and even, are much thicker relative to the S20 Ultra. So when you look at these phones side by side from the front, anybody can tell that the S20 Ultra simply looks like the more modern device. And in 2020, that's exactly what we want. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of the notch. I want to give the iPhone a serious try, but the notch always dissuades me. And also when you're watching movies side by side on these screens, there is no question that the S20 Ultra feels much more immersive with just that little hole as opposed to the notch that intrudes into your display. Imagine if you had a TV in the house with the notch on its side or the top or whatever. That would be highly bothersome. So collectively speaking, reason number 1 that the S20 Ultra destroys the iPhone is the actual display. But I do want to make it clear, the actual display quality of these phones is very similar, sharp, clear, high brightness, but the design is where the S20 Ultra takes the lead, and of course the 120 Hz. So that's reason number 1, the display. Let's move on and talk about reason number 2. Now with the iPhone, when you open up the box, what you get in the box is the cable and the phone, and absolutely nothing else. So that means you'll be forced to actually buy some kind of earbuds, wired or wireless, and you do have to buy a charging brick. So you're easily looking at an extra $50 to $100 expenditure when you buy the iPhone 12. That may not look like a big deal, but for a lot of people that is in fact a big deal. Having a charger in the box and earbuds does minimize the desire to go out and spend extra money on accessories, which puts a dent on your wallet. But when you open up the box and you don't get half of the things we used to get with these phones, it makes you go out there and start buying stuff and sometimes even overbuy things you do not actually need. So I think that is a valid reason number 2. When you buy the S20 Ultra, you are getting everything you need to get you started, while with the iPhone 12 Pro, Pro Max, and even the 12, all you are getting is a little USB cable. Alright, so let's now move on and talk about reason number 3. Alright, so reason number 3 is basically a feature that's built into the Samsung Galaxy, S20 Ultra and many other flagship smartphones from Samsung, known as the wireless DeX functionality. So when you go into your quick panel and if you swipe over you will find the wireless DeX functionality right here. This function basically allows you to project your phone onto a TV, a high definition TV, completely wireless. It actually projects a desktop-like environment onto any monitor. You can either use cables or you can do it wirelessly. It's going to be up to you, but you are going to be getting a desktop PC-like environment to get some work done. You can do word processing, photo editing, research, web browsing, all in a desktop-like environment, which makes working much easy. And it is portable, so you can do this anywhere you go. Here's a phone that converts into a desktop PC. Obviously, you're not going to be able to play high-level games on this, but you can get all kinds of work done on a much more satisfactory environment. And of course, you can attach a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse to the phone to control this environment. Or even if you want, use the phone as a trackpad to control the Samsung DeX functionality. Okay, so that is reason number 2. Now let's move on and talk about reason number 4. Alright, so the iPhone 12 series does come with some new and cool features. So when I flip the phone over, we now have a bunch of MagSafe accessories such as the MagSafe charger, which is kind of cool. It's magnetic, you attach it, it's going to charge your phone. But then the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra has a better feature that is more practical and useful in real life. Remember, this here is simply a wireless charger with magnets. I can wirelessly charge this phone no problem. As a matter of fact, if I flip this phone over, okay, and if I grab this wireless MagSafe charger and put it here, it is going to charge this phone as well. But then on top of that, we have a feature on this guy. If I go over into my settings, if I go all the way down into my battery and device care and go to battery, you'll notice that we have a wireless power sharing feature. I click on this and basically this is going to allow me to charge anything on the back of the device. So let me turn this on, okay? So right now it is turned on. I'm going to flip this over, and let's say I have an accessory. I can grab my accessories for my phone, wireless earbuds, and I can charge them right over here if the battery dies on the go. That's very convenient. With the iPhone, there's no such features. So if I have the Apple AirPods, I cannot charge them on the back of the phone, yet I have this thing here, supposed to be wireless charging, that actually has wires, as you can see. So this, I think, is much more convenient to have, much more practical to have, where you can charge stuff on the go. Let's say you have a friend whose phone battery is dying. They can put their phone on top of your phone and get some juice from you guys. You can even charge an iPhone on the back of a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. So I think that is crazy. Now, I'm not bashing the MagSafe feature. It's a new feature, it's great, but it doesn't have any additional functionality as of now, other than having a magnet and giving you wireless charging. With this one, we have additional practical on-the-go functionality. All right, so that is reason number 4. Let's move on to reason number 5. All right, so the final thing I want to talk about has to do with storage. So if I go to my settings over here, one thing I like about the iPhone 12 Pro and the Pro Max, what they did was they increased the base storage, okay? So with this one, the base storage is 128 gigabytes. If I go over here, you can see we have 128 gigabytes of total storage. And with the iPhone, if I go over here, this is a base iPhone model. If I go into general and if I go into iPhone storage, you'll see that we have 128 gigabytes of storage, which is great because now I record a lot of 4K videos, and sometimes I even try 8K with the S20 Ultra, and that takes up space real quick. I don't even use this phone as my primary device, and it's already used 55% of storage, as you can see. So the thing is, when this phone fills up, I have no way to expand the storage. I'm stuck at 128 gigabytes. With this one, if I need more storage, I can actually add up to 1 terabytes of extra storage to my phone using a micro SD card. All I do is push it into the micro SD expansion bay and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about upgrading my phone or deleting stuff. I simply expand my storage. Again, I can add up to 1 terabytes of extra storage. That is an extremely good deal, and I do hope it never goes away on the Samsung smartphone. So that was reason number one. So we went over 5 different reasons: the display, the 120 Hz, the design of the display, the presentation, the fact that the S20 Ultra comes with everything you guys need in the box: charger, cable, earbuds, the wireless power share feature, the wireless DeX functionality, and of course the ability to expand your storage. So I think those 5 reasons crush the iPhone, because on every other metric they're also matched up, except for the processing power of the iPhone that is simply unbeatable. But you are getting so much more with these Samsung smartphones. So that brings us to the end of this video. Any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day, alright? Alright, so if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH by clicking that button, and also click that bell icon on the side to make sure you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can follow me at SAKITECH Online to get the latest updates as well. Alright, have a fantastic day.